Aborigani, Ekaro, and of course, good morning. I'm Jacob Monet, and welcome to the 10th episode of Thoughts and Concepts. Today's title is What do you bring to the table? And that's going to bring us to today's Jeopardy moment. Where did you hear that from? Do 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 do. Don't forget to put your entry in the chat so you could be entered into the monthly merch giveaway as per usual. And what do you bring to the table? Okay, now for me, I originally heard this as a constant talking point years ago where they were saying, I just want a seat at the table. We deserve a seat at the table. And now it's been repackaged to what do you bring to the table? And that reference, it's referring to, I guess, your qualities that you could bring to a relationship table within those confines. But when I think about what I actually bring to the table, it makes me think about today's concept, self-worth. Self-worth is your fundamental belief in your own value as a person, an internal sense that you are inherently deserving of love, respect, and happiness, independent of achievements, possessions, or external approval. It differs from self esteem, which is often conditional on successes, while self worth provides an unwavering baseline of being good enough just because you exist, fostering resilience and better mental health. My self worth has always been attached to who I am as a person, and that's my character. I do my best to conduct myself in a manner in which my character speaks for me, even when I'm not there. Who I am is just kind of cultivated in how I behave and the things I actually do. So it can be a little mind boggling trying to differentiate the two. It can be a little difficult. Write in the chat a characteristic that jumps out at you about yourself. For me, professionally, I'm on time. Personally, I I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I used to be a 50-50 chance that I was going to be either late or grossly early. I've gotten that up to 75%. So I like to put a little feather in my cap. Personal life. But professional life, I'm always early. Anywhere from 15 to an hour early when I need to be somewhere. It's just a habit. I like to get there, review whatever it is I need to do, may it be material presentation or just calm my mind and visualize what it is I came here to do, to get done. And then I'm able to execute when it's time because I've already been in that mode for more than 15 minutes versus getting there late and having to figure it out. So while we're trying to figure out exactly who we are versus what we've accomplished and what we actually do, let's go back to the title. What do you bring to the table? Who's asking you this question? Why are they asking this a question? What are the hopes of information? What are they hoping to attain from this information? I always have a interesting way of looking at things. I sometimes use the term interesting instead of saying weird. But when I think about this table, those are all the questions that come to my mind if it's somebody asking me in a relational term. But when I first originally heard it, it was referring to I want a seat at the table. Now, I've been blessed to sit at a lot of these so-called tables that people work a lot of their life to get to, and some unfortunately may never reach. And you know something I realized people don't ask? What are they serving? Who cooked this? And more times than not, that table and that dinner being served is a system that you have no power to change. You literally are sitting there and eating what's always been. And based on the history of this country and what I have I've had to endure along the way to success and what my ancestors had to survive. Trust and believe what's at that table is not what you want to eat. So I would say build your own table. Figure out what's wrong with something and become the solution to that problem. Or recognize that there is a system that has some benefits and build one without all of the systemic issues attached to the ones that's in place. All right. So I know you're like, build your own table. How am I going to do that? Well, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll talk more about that next week when we get into self coaching. Because a lot of things that you're going to have to do, you're going to have to coach yourself through. You're going to have to be your own biggest cheerleader. And that brings us to this week's hoodie moment. Now, this is just a simple Gap t shirt, melon colored. Now, I love the color, but it's more sentimental to me than anything because it was given to me by one of my brothers and I miss him dearly. So, on the mornings that I miss him the most, I'll throw on one of his hoodies to feel close to him and provide him with some form of comfort. Am I the only one who does this? Put in the chat something you may do, like maybe it's a blanket you get up under, some socks you put on to provide you with comfort that reminds you of someone that's, not as close to as you would like them to be. All right. Until next week, remember, you can't control the outcome, so focus on you. Love to love you.